Hello, and welcome back to my Until Dawn stream, in which we're going to try and to attempt at having all of the survivors live till the end, and hopefully get back home from this night of terror. So last time that we played, we left off at the end of Chapter 2. At that point, I believe nothing really serious too much happened yet. Jessica got taken away, quote unquote, um, mysteriously when she was standing on top of a log, and Chris was being a bit of a dickhead by scaring Sam and Josh with the monk outfit. That's really all we got up to. Not too much of anything of significance happening. We did find a lot of missable collectibles and totems, and so far we are still on path to the 100% playthrough, which means that I'm going to try and get all the collectibles, totems, and try and make them all live. So let's get back into it, starting up with Chapter 3.
It was just a prank, Han.
Today is the one-year anniversary of the dreadful tragedy of Hannah and Beth Washington, the twins who are still missing.
I know it would mean so much to Hannah and Beth that we're all still here together, and I'm thinking of them.
Whoa, hello. Somebody's getting a little friendly.
Boom. Butterfly effect.
Excuse me? Did you say something?
Oh, did you not hear me? Was your sluttiness?
Stop it! Mike, why don't you check out the guest cabin, the one I told you about?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you hear that?
What in God's name are you wearing?
Here's our one-way ticket to the spirit realm.
Watch out for that, Josh. He's a schemer.
Well, that's how it's gonna be. Yes? Jess?
So, it says here, to communicate with the spirit world, you must free your mind of all preconceptions, drop all inhibitions, and generally give yourself over entirely to the will of others, sublimating your every desire to the whims of the spirit master, which is me.
It doesn't say that.
And all present will remove their garments at my sole discretion.
Chris, come on, this is serious.
Oh, I'm deadly serious.
Oh, shush it. Let's try this.
Yes, please.
Okay, then. Let's see what happens. Ashley, since you're a recent convert, why don't you be our medium for today?
Alright, so just a bit disclaimer as well. I'm going to be turning my mic off whenever dialogue and scene things happen, so that I don't break the immersion of gameplay. I'll be turning it back on whenever we're doing the exploration parts, such as finding totems, clues, in order to describe where to find them. And also I will say which choices to choose that won't get people killed beforehand, so that you know ahead of time. But otherwise, during dialogue, I'm going to have my mic turned off.
Okay. Is anyone there? Will you reveal yourself to us if you're there?
Wait a minute.
Did you do that?
I didn't do anything.
It's moving again.
H?
What's it spelling?
Hold on.
How's this happening?
Are you moving it?
I swear it's just moving.
Holy shit.
Help?
How are we supposed to help?
I don't know. What does it mean?
We need to know who it is if we're supposed to help them.
Who are you? Oh, here it goes.
Okay, S.
I,
S
T.
E,
R.
sister. Sister?
Whose sister?
Oh, come on. Is this for real?
Shut up! Ask it whose sister.
Josh, it's gotta be.
Yeah, okay, well, which sister is it then?
Ashley, ask who it is.
Who are we speaking to? Beth? Is that you? Oh God!
This is messed up.
Josh? Are you...
Fine.
Are you sure? Because we can stop.
No.
Dude, it's cool.
I want to hear what it says.
I don't know where to start.
Think about it. If this is actually Beth, I mean, we can find out what happened that night.
Okay. I think... Beth, we want to know what happened to you that night. Can you tell us? H A N N.
It's spelling Hannah.
Wait, it's still going.
K-I.
L. Oh my God.
Killed. Guys, what's she talking about?
I don't know if I can keep doing this.
We have to.
Just stay calm. I think it's saying that someone killed Hannah.
I don't know.
I just ask it something else.
All right. Okay. Who killed Hannah? Who was it? L. I. B.
The library. Maybe there's something in the library
E.
here?
R. O. O.
Proof. There's proof.
In the library. Holy shit. Chris.
You know what? No, this is bullshit. This isn't real.
Josh, I don't know what's going on.
Listen, I don't know if you think messing with me is somehow going to help me deal with my grief or whatever, but this is not cool.
Josh, no! You wanted to use the spirit board!
Hey, calm down. It's not
I
Ash's
don't
fault.
need this right now, okay? You guys are full of it.
Should we go after him?
Ah, man, I mean, he'll be okay. Let's just give him some time.
I don't blame him. That was crazy. The pointer flew right off the
I
table.
mean, if you were faking it, you were doing one hell of a job.
I wasn't faking anything. I think we should do what it says. We should look in the library.
Jess? Jess! Oh! Fuck.
Alright, so that was pretty crazy at that seance. Now, I know that this is optional, but I usually like to do this just for the funnies.
You in there? Ah! Whoa! Christ! Scared the blue out of my jeans. What the hell is that doing in there anyway?
It's a good question. We never really find out why that was in there, who set that up exactly.
Jess, where did you go? This is not
I mean, I'm assuming it might be the psychopath, but... Anyways, here's a totem that is a little bit off the path, so definitely make sure to grab that, or you might be locked out of that totem. I know the first playthrough that I did, I accidentally missed it. And as the camera's showing, it wants you to go down this path, but if you did, you would have continued on and possibly missed that danger totem.
I totally promise I won't murder you when I'm... Oh! Oh my... No.
That was so good!
No!
Wait, you had to see this.
I'm not seeing it. No. No. You recorded that?
Look at your face!
I was scared, Jet. You can't just jump out at somebody. I'm in the middle of the woods. It's scary.
I'm sorry to scare you.
If we send that to anybody,
You're
I'm
what?
gonna kill you.
I didn't know you had such a cute little ladylike scream, Michael. Guess you never really know someone until you've scared the pants off of them.
So this is pretty obvious of an option to make. You kind of want to just go like the laugh it off route if you want to get to the Jess underwear scene.
As far as I can tell, my pants are still on.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah. Looks like you have to try harder.
A challenge, eh?
Well, I hope you're strapped in, because you're about to feel the full force of my mind-melting thrill skills.
Alright, so here's the bad part, is that the romantic stat went down a little bit. Thankfully we'll be able to get that up, but we're not going to go back here, which is where the tree with Mike and Emily hearted are, because we're going to come back to that so that we can get that stat gain later. And this one's a pretty obvious totem. Pretty hard to miss that one. The reason we want to come back to that, which is a little bit of a long-winded detour, is because we have to pick up the mask, which will decrease some of Jess's stats if we want to get all of the clues. So your stat will decrease, but the scene with the tree carving will increase it again. And if your stats are too close to the top-off limit, they won't go any further up. So you'll get the maximum benefit by backtracking a bit.
No. No. Probably just a squirrel.
Creep town. What?
Do you hear that?
No.
Hello? Someone there?
Now even this part, you want to actually throw the stone at the tree for stat gain and stat minuses reasons. Just about every choice you make is important for getting the correct sequence of stats for the underwear scene to actually come up. And again, as I said in the previous video or stream that I did, I'm not getting this because I'm perverted. I just think it's hilarious to think about Jess showing up later in the campaign just in her underwear, which you'll see why. Trying to be as spoiler-free as I can, but gotta kind of like give out a little bit of hints if this is going to be a 100% they all live campaign. So of course, don't scare her with it, just show it to her.
Hey, check out this mask.
Oh, why?
It's so weird, right?
Creeps me out.
I think you like it. Oh my god.
Ugh, Mike, stop.
Alright. You're lost. Mask is cool.
Now, as you can see, the charitability went down and became red. That's a bad thing. So, here's what I was talking about. Backtracking a bit, which kind of sucks, but it works for our purposes. Oh, kind of getting stuck on the fence there. Camera angles do not really work well for backtracking. There are a few ways to get all the stat gains and stat losses that still work out for you in the end, but this is the exact way I did it, in fact, in order to get the scene that we're going for, as well as get all of the clues. Because there are some people that say to just skip the gas mask because it decreases stats that are important, but this is how I did it, and I had to do it multiple times, which sucked, in order to figure out the right sequence of events in order to get the stats that you need for the cabin scene.
Wow. Look at this fun little lovebird carving. An M and an E. Any idea what that could stand for?
Oh, could be any, Elizabeth and Myron.
Or maybe Michael and Emily? Relax. I just didn't realize you were so sappy. Pun intended.
As you can see from the percentages, just go for confess. That'll increase your honesty stat.
Hey, I may look like a tough and rugged
And
manly
romantic
man
stat.
on the exterior, but deep down, I'm in touch with my feelings. I'm not afraid to show a little affection now and again.
Oh yeah? You gonna show me some affection later?
Girl, all kinds of affection.
Oh, is that a check I can cash?
Wink.
Let's go, Casanova.
Oh, get out of my way, Jess. So, let's check our stats. As you can see, our honesty goes up, which is what we really want. Charitability, actually, I thought that was going to go up, but it doesn't too much matter. What we really want is the romantic stat. Hey, thanks for checking into this stream. Nice to have you here. Hope you enjoy it. But yeah, we're still on the right path for the correct sequence of events. Hey, what's up? Thanks for checking in on our stream. Wow, I'm getting a lot of people. So this next scene that's coming up, I'm going to be turning off my mic for as well, but just as a forewarning, select comfort. And that's all I'm going to say to keep it as spoiler-free as I can. And then, of course, pick the obvious choice for the second or third choice, which is in the up direction. And I can't really tell you which one that is, but you'll see it later on. Because if I say what it is, you'll get a little bit of spoils. So I'm going to turn my mic off right now so that you can listen to the scenes.
Not sure I want to know.
It's horrible.
Gee, I don't think he's gonna make it. Hey, bud. Hey, buddy.
God, the poor thing.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Mike, it's in so much pain.
It'll be over soon. Okay, buddy. It'll be over soon. Run! Run!
Oh my God, what the hell was that?
I don't know!
Oh, there's a break! Over here, over! Mike, get over here!
It's a bear! It's gonna be a bear! under control. Whole time.
Oh, bullshit.
No, 100%. 110.
Holy crap, I feel like I just ran a marathon.
I think we kind of did.
Was it a bear?
Yeah, gotta be. Things are crazy fast.
I mean, I didn't see it.
Hey, things not gonna come barging in, I promise.
How can you be sure?
Because I'm pretty sure bears don't know how to open cabin doors.
I've seen them open car doors.
What? Where?
On the internet.
Really? Okay, well, this isn't the internet, Jess. Right? This is real life. I promise you that no bear or anything else is gonna open that cabin door.
I guess you're right. Okay. I'm almost feeling relaxed again. Almost. Huh. Typical. Urgh. This is not the cozy chalet I was promised, Mike.
Yeah, it's a bit drafty or something, right?
Well, there is a fireplace.
Well, we don't need a fire to heat things up.
Michael, I am a lady, and a lady needs a proper romantic setting.
Okay.
A lady would like to cuddle up with her man by a nice cozy fire bathed in atmospheric mood lighting.
Right. It'll get plenty toasty once we're rubbing up against each other.
Mike,
Yeah.
fire and mood lighting.
Yes, my lady.
Alright, so at this point we should still be in the green for the scene to actually trigger. So don't touch that electrical fuse box, because that might trigger her to get scared and reduce her stats. I just don't like to risk it. Here's clue number 1. It's just down that hall.
Get a fire going. Pronto.
In the middle of picking up clue number 2, go ahead and just grab those matches as well.
Shit. Fuck. Mike.
What?
Oh, crap.
What?
Where is it?
What? What's wrong?
Gone. It is gone, okay?
Jess, slow down. What is gone?
My freaking phone, Sherlock.
You find it?
Crap. No. I must have dropped it outside.
Oh.
I can't lose my phone. My parents will kill me.
You can always get a new one.
That's like my 4th one this year.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll have you look for it.
It's gotta be outside.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go out there right now with the bear or whatever it is.
Fine.
Alright, and then... oh, whoops, almost forgot to grab the actual matchboxes.
Looky. Who's gonna fire up some nookie?
You've been dying to use
Don't grab that gun either.
Haven't you?
Either choice reduces her stats. So in order to trigger this clue, you want to actually scroll through the book
Looks
once.
like we weren't the only ones to meet the friendly neighborhood terror bears.
That does not make me feel any better.
Alright, now we can start up the fire. And since this is a scene dialogue heavy moment coming up. Oh my god, there we go.
This will take care of the mood lighting.
I'm going to be muting my mic again so that you guys can enjoy.
Man 1, fire 0.
Very nice. Bravo.
All right, my lady. What comes next?
Oh, hell yeah.
Mike? What is that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, go find out now, please.
It's your phone.
What? How is it my phone?
I don't know, it just came through the window.
Oh, for fuck's sake, god damn it!
What?
Those goddamn assholes probably followed us out here to fuck with us, and just when we were getting down to business. Hey! Yeah, pricks! That means you! I know you're out there! The fuck are you trying to do? You want to ruin our fun that bad? Well, guess what? You can't! You can't ruin our good time, because Michael and I are gonna fuck! That's right, we are going to have sex, and it's gonna be hot! So enjoy it, because I know we're going to! Give me a break!
Do you really think the girls were communicating with us?
I don't know. I don't know if I wish they were or if I wish they weren't.
I guess we should find out.
Alright, so that was pretty horrifying, and it looks like the night has just started to really kick off. So, back into the clue totem and all that jazz searching.
He looked like he was...
You want to go back here first before going downstairs. Oh, wait, maybe I got the wrong side. But it's back here,
Have a seance.
and you'll find the glasses case of Hannah. There are actually a few clues in this scene here that could be potentially missed. If you're not, like, really looking for them. So let's see. There's one over here as well, at this grate.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
The power's not even on.
So let's see, which one was that? That was clue 10. So there's two more in Ashley's scene.
Are you okay?
I think so. Look,
What?
there was something behind the books. What is that?
Is it a button?
Why would there be a button?
That's a good question.
Should I push it?
That's what buttons are for, I guess.
I kind of get fuzzy on this one in particular because it's kind of a short, unmemorable. It's an unmemorable scene for me. But I believe we're gonna get our next clue just beyond this bookcase.
Opens, head explodes.
Are we like in a movie right now?
If we are, I hope it's around.
Leave it to the Washingtons to have secret passages in their house?
I mean, maybe they didn't even know this place is super old.
So, should we take a look?
Yeah, after you.
No. You go.
Gee, thanks.
What?
Whoa, is
What did you
this...
find?
Holy cow.
So I just chose honesty, like everybody else, because why would you hide it from her?
But look at this.
What?
It'd be pretty obvious that you're hiding something from her.
I think this might be what the spirit board wanted us to find.
The clue?
Yeah, it's a letter.
Let me see it.
It's a threat.
Chris, this is serious. We need to find Josh right now.
Alright, looks like our stats changed a little bit. It's weird that all those other stats go down just because you were, like, showing her something, but oh well. Obviously, just showing her a picture won't increase her relationship with you, though. So there's one other clue to the left when you go through this door. Not immediately left, but, like, you have to go inside the greater part of this room and pick up this letter right here.
Do you think someone was actually after Hannah and Beth?
If so, that would be really messed up. Looks like it was written by Josh's mom.
Yeah, she's really making an effort to set things right with some native tribe or something.
Yep, the bad karma goes back a long way.
So something I find that's really cool with this game is that it will remember all of the clues that you collect, and it'll actually change the dialogue depending on how many clues that you get. So you'll see this coming up right now as we exit this door. So I'll turn off the mic in order to let you guys be more immersed into the story.
So, I've just been thinking about something I saw earlier with Sam.
What?
There was like this wanted poster, like full-on Western style, you know?
So?
And Sam really thought there was someone following her around.
So what you're saying, there's some criminal up on the mountain with us?
There was a message on this answering machine I found, and it was from this sergeant saying that there was this guy who had just gotten out of prison and that there was nothing he could do.
Well, what do you mean?
He was saying it like a warning. I mean, maybe that's whoever was down in the basement before.
What?
Under the floorboards in the library, the light. Well, there was that guy I told you about.
Wait, what guy?
The guy who threatened the Washingtons. I mean, he said he wanted to take revenge by burning the whole place down. And then I found that crazy psycho letter.
Chris, if this is your way of trying to make me feel better, you're fired.
You hear that?
That was Josh!
Coming from the kitchen.
Josh!
Josh! Coming! Hold on! Ashley! Ashley, what's going on? Bring in! Ashley! Gonna... Ash? Ash!
I'm going to show you some pictures of people that you have come to know. But maybe you don't like them as much as you pretend to. Well, this is an exercise in honesty. Tell me which person from each pair you like the most. Take your time, your answers are important.
Alright, so I'm actually going to kind of side with what I chose previously in the last session, in which I said that I prefer, or I fear men more than women. So I'm going to first go through all the characters and choose only the women, and I'm not going to explain any of my other choices beyond that.
Tell me, in this little game you're playing so diligently, who is it that you most dislike? Full of surprises. I think I'm beginning to understand you far better now. Oh, I'm afraid, once again, we're out of time. Don't be too hard on Joshua. He's been through so much. But you know that already, don't you?
Hold on!
There is one individual we're considering as a person of interest. He has an interesting history with the Washington family. Apparently, he had warned them against pursuing their construction project in Blackwood Pines and claimed the land was sacred to his forefathers.
S.
I...
S-T.
Sister?
Ask it whose sister.
Josh, it's gotta be...
Which sister is it then?
Run! Oh my god.
Ash! Hey!
Alright, so I'm going to put on my mic again real quick because this is real important for me to explain to have people survive. We need to choose the risky and quicker path every time and not screw up on it as much as we can. So it's mostly going to be the right path, I believe, meaning the right choice instead of the left. You'll find that I noticed this, but apparently the Until Dawn creators really like the sequence of triangle, circle, square. That's going to come up quite a bit later on. So as long as we are quick to Jessica's rescue, she won't die in this scene. If you choose the slow path or the safe path, or if you choose to go the fast path and you mess up too much, like you mess up the QTE sections, Jessica will unfortunately not survive the night. Alright, jump over there. It sounds silly, but I'm still a little bit disappointed in 5Q. Just for my pride of being a bit of a QTE, like, quick person. I don't know how to describe it. Sorry, I'm starting to focus much more on this.
Let's go, Mike boy.
Alright, if you followed that path and went through all those QuickTime events pretty fluently and didn't miss too many of them, I think you can miss like 1 or 2, but if you miss any more than that, you've messed up. As long as you get that, you should see this scene, and you should see a scene later with Jessica, and she'll still be alive. So I'm going to turn my mic. Oh wait, actually I need to describe where some clues and totems are down here. So we're going to be coming up on a totem right here. This is going to be, I believe, the only clue or totem that Mike gets on this level, so after this I'm going to turn off the mic so that you guys can listen.
Jessica! Oh my God! Jess! Jess! Are you okay?
Help.
What the fuck? He's gotta make it!
Ashley! Oh.
Alright, so that was quite eventful. Probably the most eventful stuff that's happened thus far in the game.
Not good. Not good at all.
Now, Chris has 3 clues. He has one that's... Thankfully, none of them are in that house where we need to, like, search around for them real hard. And for the most part, the first 2 we're kind of guided towards by a trail of blood.
Oh, shit. No. Ash? Ashley! Ashley? Anyone out there? Ashley?
Okay, so the first 2 clues are going to be to the left here. If you just follow this trail of blood, you're bound to find it. So it's this creepy, Oh! That one actually got me. I always forget about that stupid scarecrow. Jesus. So cheap. I completely forgot about that one. So anyways, as I was saying, there's 2 clues here. Here's the totem right here. Or not clues, I'm sorry. A totem and a clue. Pretty grisly end to that.
Oh, shit.
And here's the first and only clue of Chris's. He has 2 totems, I should say. The next totem will be much further up. And also somewhat missable. You have a chance to get it later on in another chapter, but I just like to get this clue early so that I don't forget about it.
Ash! Ash! Ash!
So while I'm getting up to the next totem, I might as well explain. This isn't going to be my default, like, style of play where I keep on turning off and on the mic. I just feel like since I've already played this about 2 or 3 times before in the past, it's not going to be as fun for the viewership to have me continuously talking all the time, especially during the scenes. So instead of having this as a reactionary commentary, it's more of like a tutorial type. Later on, I have yet to play Man of Medan, for example, so I might, I'm probably going to have that as a blind playthrough reaction. Anyways, pass up that door that you come upon first, because there's a totem right into this, like, really dark corner here. It's really easy to miss because it's so far out of the way. And once again, another grisly end to one of our intrepid teenagers. So that should be all the clues and totems that you have as Chris. There's going to be a lot of, like, commentary and scene, or dialogue and scene substance coming up right now, so I'm going to turn the mic off again so that you guys can get immersed into it.
Ash, I mean... God damn it! coming, Ash. Just keep talking to me. What happened?
Chris, tie me up. I can't move.
Ashley, I'm gonna get you out of this. Don't worry.
Chris, are you there?
Hello. And thank you all for joining me.
Wake up!
Tonight, we're going to conduct a little experiment. Sort of test. Now for this experiment, we'll need the cooperation of our 2 test subjects, Joshua and Ashley.
Oh my God.
But we're going to need one more brave participant to help decide which subject will live and which will die.
Oh my God, Chris! Get us out of here!
Please, everyone calm down. It's all very simple. Christopher, you will find a lever placed directly in front of you. All you have to do is choose who you will save.
Shit, no!
Right!
Okay, this is gonna be okay. Oh, dude, buddy, let's just think about this for a minute.
You can't let me die!
Just give me a second. I can't think straight. Just...
Huh?
Ashley, I'll get you out of this. I won't let you die. No.
Thank you.
No.
This is insane! This is nuts! This isn't happening! Chris, please tell me this isn't happening!
I don't know what to do.
Bro, we've been through so much. Come on, I don't want to go out like this.
Chris, please! I'm so scared!
I see. You've chosen to save Ashley.
No, Chris!
No.
Oh, we're friends, man. I thought we were friends.
Sorry.
Why would you do this? Oh, God, what did I do? Ah!
Stop it! You can't do this! Please! No, don't look, Ashley.
Why
Don't look.
can't I look? Chris, please tell me he's okay, please.
Oh. I'm coming, Ash. I'm gonna get you down. I'm letting you down. Shh, stop, please. Come on. Let's get you down. Come on, we're gonna get you out of here.
No!
You gotta go, okay? Chris! Ashley!
What? Whose blood is that, Ash?
Are you okay?
Chris, what happened?
Josh, what, dude? He's dead.
Wait,
right
what?
in front of us, man.
What are you talking
There's a
about?
maniac.
Maniac? Oh my God, we gotta get out of here.
I don't understand what happened. There's a maniac, and there was a saw. It was either him or Ash, and I don't know what to do. It come right through, man, spilling out fucking everywhere.
What? Oh my God, Chris, what?
And I killed him.
What, Chris?
I killed him. It was my fault, man.
No, this is insane. We need to go get some help.
We cut right in half.
We're gonna figure this out.
Matt, we need to go get help now.
And we should look for the others.
Mike and Jess are off 69ing each other, and who knows where Sam is.
I think she's in the lodge.
Fine, you're right. Get everyone else together, but if there's a maniac running around, I think we need to get some help too, right? Not just wait around.
But what about...
Why are we still talking about this? Let's go!
Hello again. Things are getting pretty tense up there, aren't they? Is the night going the way you hoped it would? See? And you think that these poor people are getting what they deserve? I'm trying to help you. And this game you're playing, you understand that it's not good for you. It's not good for anyone. And I can't say that you're showing much loyalty in the way you're playing. Do you intend to continue with this elaborate self-indulgence? Do you even believe that I am real? The heart of the problem, it all comes down to this. Can you really tell the difference anymore? I doubt it.
What the hell's that?
That could be a lot of things. None of them nice.
Quit it.
Here's our one-way ticket to the spirit realm.
I've just been through enough spooking for one night, okay? I see a hot bath in my crystal ball. So have fun.
Oh, you do this! Jessica! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Shit. There is one individual we're considering as a person of interest, but his whereabouts are currently unknown.
You know, there is still the old sanatorium on the mountain. Could he be hiding there?
That's not good. That's really not good. Damn it. All right. Let's get a closer look.
Alright, so that was pretty terrible. Hopefully when it says save them all for the achievement, it doesn't include Josh, since, yeah, that seemed like it was a no-win scenario. So anyways, if you go left at the fountain and check 8, you'll find the first totem of Mike. And I will say this in ahead of time. Or did I say Chris? I meant Mike. I will say this ahead of time. Mike's Chapter 5, it is the longest for, at least in my opinion, for clues. And it is the easiest to miss a lot of clues. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that we don't miss any clues, but doesn't always work out that way. That's why I just have it as an only as a they all survive kind of playthrough, because I'm just sort of going off of mostly memory here. I have a little list of each and every clue in the order that they should show up and when I should pick them up, but I don't have their locations marked down on my paper. So if I miss anything, I am super duper sorry. But I will definitely try my best. I think I might also take a break after this chapter, since it's a very long chapter. Honestly, it deserves to be basically 2 chapters in and of itself with its length. So the next totem's going to be right here past this interactable barrel. You can kind of see it shining over here. I always really hated that death scene because that's just so fucking gruesome. And that, just thinking about that, that way to die, just give me fucking shivers. Oh god. Just imagine that. You're still alive, but your entire face has been smashed away. That just I really don't like that. Oops. Didn't notice that the scene had ended. Oops.
Oh. That's different.
Alright, so that's locked. We can't go that way, so obviously it's directing us to backtrack a little and figure out where to go. And the camera is very, very obviously pointing towards that door over there. But ignore it for now. We're going to go get a clue that's right at the entrance door that I don't believe we can lock. Or, I don't believe we can lock. I don't believe that we can open this door. So we really don't want to open this door anyways, because, kind of make us super duper cold.
That's weird. They just forced them all out.
Alright, so let's read this real quick. Be advised, the miner's rescue is due to be completed tomorrow, 5th of January, as the number of surviving miners is unknown. Prepare all beds in Ward A. The press shall be in attendance tomorrow. We must be seen to be giving the miners the best possible care. Note that press visitors are not to be allowed into the psychiatric ward. Failure to regard this would reflect badly upon Mr. Bragg and the sanatorium as a whole, and shall result in the on-the-spot dismissal. You'll need a nose peg. Those guys smell awful. So it looks like they're trying to cover up some type of press, or at the very least they're trying to cover up some type of poor living standards in the psychiatric ward, maybe? This right here isn't a clue, but we might as well check it out. Sorry if you hear some scratching noises, that's just me crossing out my clue list to keep track.
I really wanted to take a peek inside.
So if you go to the left once you enter this area, you can get a clue in this safe. It'll take a few times in order to open it up, but thankfully we didn't need that stake. So there's 30 clocking in mine cards. So make note of that number because it's a little significant to in reference to a few more clues that we get just in this chapter as well. There's a camera over here to the left. The game camera is kind of directing you to go towards the right in the open door, and that's where you're supposed to go, but here's the clue that they're kind of shying you away from. Oh, hearing some wolf growls over there. So don't go down this hall yet, because there is a clue back here. Bit of a newspaper, not clipping, but newspaper post. So let's see. A reporter from the Alberta Bugle was assaulted and hospitalized yesterday by security personnel at the Blackwood Sanatorium. Chuck Bernstein, a senior news reporter, was seeking an interview with the miners. Dramatically rescued on Tuesday. I don't know why they needed to add that little point in there, but okay. The men had been trapped underground for over 3 weeks after a structural collapse at the Northwest Mine in December and are now being treated at Blackwood Sanatorium for malnutrition and trauma. Jefferson Bragg, sole proprietor of both the Northwest Mining Company and the Blackwood Sanatorium, told the Bugle yesterday that the incident was unfortunate and that a full internal inquiry has been launched. He also claimed that Bernstein had been trespassing on sanatorium grounds without permission. It is believed that the assault arose from an argument about Bernstein's camera, which was confiscated immediately prior to the attack. So, that broken camera that we just found, if you remember, was indeed the reporter's camera in which got assaulted. So let's see, we got clue 6, clue 4. I apologize for this. I'm not going to be doing this every chapter, but as I said, this chapter has so many clues that it's real easy to miss one, and I want to make sure that I'm not like skipping over anything before I get transition locked into a new area. Now the next clue should be over here to the right. Medical report. Report follows. The initial state of the 12 miners after the collapse of the mine and subsequent rescue at Blackwood Pines. Note that number, 12 miners, but there were 30 clock-in cars. So a lot of people, more than half, did not make it out of those mines. On receipt to of the 12 patients at the sanatorium's medical facility, we had fully expected to find emaciated shells of men, starved and confused. Thankfully, the miners appeared cognate, or cogent? I don't know, I can't read, lol. I don't know why I'm reading out loud, but hey, might as well try. And relatively healthy, attributed to their apparent discovery of emergency food supplies in the mine. Inhibited respiratory functions was detected in a few of the old men, as predicted, as well as symptoms of pneumonia. Psychologically, after being trapped for 23 days, the shock of reintegration has been difficult for some of the group. Though their outward health is better than expected, they do seem affected by their time in the mine. Treatment. Due to the delicate nature of some of the patients, we have closed off the A wing of the sanatorium. Psychological evaluations will take place as soon as possible. The men with respiratory problems have undergone a bronchoscopy and are prescribed a course of streptomycin. The others are simply kept under strict 24-hour observation. Signed, Dr. Nicholas Henry Folis Bowen. Oh wait, actually, is there a back to this? One of those guys actually tried to bite me. I'm going to report it to Dr. Bowen. I also apologize if there's any audio clipping. I will work on it if it is happening again. I tried to fix it from the last stream. I noticed that there was a lot of audio clipping whenever I was speaking on the mic. I'm hoping that it's not happening this time, but if it is, I do very much apologize, and I'm going to definitely look into working on it further. I just can't hear myself right now on stream, so if it's happening, I'll get it fixed next time.
Oh shit!
Hopefully, I can at least be clear enough to be heard for the parts in which I'm explaining where the clues are. So if you go back here real quick, and this definitely feels like a jump scare heavy thing. Thankfully it is not. There's a clue back here.
Oh, what happened here? Twisted fuckers like to watch, I guess.
Whoops. Okay, so there should be a clue to the right here, if I remember correctly. So let me cross that last clue off. Oh, whoops. Wrong button, sorry. Reply immediately. Reporters and other snoopers to be kept away at all costs. Let's see.
Who wouldn't want press snooping around this paradise?
Incident update. 12 survivors received at sanatorium showing signs of mental trauma may need to contain. Local press now have scent of blood becoming a problem. Please advise further. That was to Mr. J. Bragg, the administrator of this messed up asylum. Oh, shoot. Getting stuck on things, sorry. My attention's a little bit, like, split between crossing stuff out and and actually, like, directing the character. Yeah, so you might remember this from one of our guidance totems. You don't want to touch this. Let's just say Mikey might lose a few bits. So here's the next clue. So I'm going to real quick check which one this is. So this is number 12, and I got number 10. Good. Alrighty, so we're still on track. So far, so good for all of the clues.
Are you serious? Not gonna find a fucking key card?
Now, I think the key card is obviously in the spooky, like, shutting and closing one that nobody would ever want to dare open, but just check out these other incinerator slabs, and you'll find 2 clues on them. Oh, hey, what's up? Thanks for joining the stream. Hope that you like it. Trying to find all the clues. Just found another one. We're also going to attempt to make sure that all of the survivors actually survive this ordeal. And then here's the other clue that's right next to it. The third one that we're going to open is where the key card is, if you don't really too much care about collecting all the clues. So let's read this. I hereby certify that I attended deceased from... That's a strange way to structure the sentence. But anyways, and lost her alive on February 24th, 1952. Cause of death, severe laceration of the abdomen, internal or intra-abdominal injuries, and subsequent blood loss. If death was due to external causes, violence, fill in also the following. Oh my goodness, I am having just a troubling time reading. Accident, suicide, or homicide. Homicide. Manner of injury, lacerations, sharp implement, possibly fingernails. Additional notes, please use this box to provide overleaf for any additional relevant info. Signed by Bowen, MD. Address, blah, 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 blah. Let's go ahead and flip over to the back. Additional notes, body was not discovered until 6 to 8 hours after death. Sections of the intestines and kidney were apparently eaten by the attackers. Yeesh. They must have been on them bath salts or something. Alright, so I don't know about you, but I would just give up at this point. I would be too freaked out to really like grab the key card off of this dead body.
Okay.
Alright, so there's our key card. So let's see, that was Number 13 and 11, right? Oops. I mean 1952. Yep. 13 and 11. Still on track. It's going to be the later chapters that are going to be the hardest for me to actually remember where the clues are, because, oh boy, those mines that you eventually get into, they can be very, very tricky to navigate and find all the clues before you activate, like, a, scene locking, transition. And you can't go back to find those clues. Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Alright, let's check this out. Alright, so as I said before, just to update any of the viewers that didn't hear this, I'm going to be turning off my mic during really important, like, full dialogue scenes, except for when it relates to keeping your survivors alive. Did I miss anything? I don't think that there's anything up here. But anyways, as I was saying, whenever there's an important dialogue scene or something that's significant to the story, I'm going to turn off my mic so that the audience can get more immersed into the story. I'm going to turn it back on during exploration scenes such as this in order to tell you where clues are and totems are. And the only exception to the dialogue scenes is whenever there's an important choice to make that will get your characters killed if you make the wrong choice. So far, I've just had my mic on the whole time, basically because of the fact that Chapter 5 is just... Oh yeah, don't hit the dog, he'll help you later. A little bit of a spoiler there, but it's pretty obvious, just don't be mean to animals.
Easy. Easy. That's a good one.
But yeah, as I was saying, Chapter 5 is just so freaking long that it didn't really matter for me to turn off my mic in any of the scenes, especially since most of them are very unimportant and basically jump scares and exposition scenes, such as just looking out the window to see that guy going into another room. Alrighty.
Nice.
Okay, so there's 2 clues within this room, and then there's going to be 2 clues in the next room that are less obvious and kind of missable if you just straight up go down the stairs. So now we know that that guy was exploring in the mines previously because we found a cigarette stub, or not cigarette, but cigar stub on a barrel next to this type of weird shrine thing. Might as well throw the dog a bone.
Maybe this will keep the wolves fat and happy.
Easy there, boy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Easy, boy. Easy. That's a good boy. That's right.
And now Mikey has a new friend. And then the next clue that's in this room is over here, behind this cage.
Fucking freak.
Some wall clippings. If you look at the wall, it's actually quite interesting, but I don't really want to spoil anything. And now the mystery man definitely knows we're here. Oops. Where are you going, Mike? So like I said, don't go down the stairs immediately. There's going to be there's a totem and a clue back here. So the first totem that you'll find is like to the left. We'll get that after we get the clue, since we're going to be back anyways. First, or the last clue I should say, of Mike's chapter 5 part is this photo, the Miracle Man. Successful rescue of all 12 miners trapped in the disaster of the 5th of January 1952. So I can cross that off. Now there's a black totem right over here. Well then. Let's just remember not to use our lighter in a scene where Mike is laying down. And that should be it for clues for Mike's section. His is like the longest section for clue finding. At least in my opinion, because there's another section later on that is pretty long, but at least a lot of stuff is happening. For the most part, you were just sort of like looking through the sanatorium and nothing was really like significantly happening. It's not that it was a bad scene, it's just that a very, very long scene, or a long chapter part.
Of course, locked.
Now more stuff's going to be happening dialogue-wise, and I'm going to turn my mic off for that, so enjoy the little scenes.
Okay.
Hey, it's locked. The hell? Who did that? And there's some seriously uncool shit going on up here tonight.
I can't believe Josh is dead.
I can't believe how he died.
Well
No,
then.
I mean, what if they were wrong?
What?
Maybe we should have checked the shed to see if it was really true.
I don't know. There are some things that once you see them, you can never unsee them.
Yeah, I guess, but some things you have to see for yourself.
I'll take their word for it.
Well then, as I was saying, didn't actually remember that it was just going to go straight into gameplay, so anyways, there's a totem here to the left for Matt. his clues aren't too bad to find. In fact, one of them, you're actually given it. And it's this one right up here.
Look! An axe. I feel better with an axe.
And this is the missing axe from that, axe holder.
Oh, what now? This is locked, Matt. We'll break the door down, will ya?
Whoa, wait a second. If I start smashing shit down, he's gonna hear us.
Look, you got any better suggestions?
I don't know. What about... Look!
What?
A window.
That's great, Matt. I can just about fit my lip balm through that little slot.
No, come on.
You will never fit through there, big guy.
Alright, so we're going to go against the grain on this one and actually,
Okay, fine.
please Emily a little bit.
Here goes. I'm gonna huff, then I'm gonna...
Shh, just do it!
Damn.
What happened?
This is crazy.
We were here just a few hours ago. This must have just happened.
What the fuck is going on?
It's got to be the guy, the one who got to Chris and Ash and Josh.
He's gotta know this is the only way back.
Don't say that.
Look, the cable car's all the way out there.
Well, I mean, that's not far, right? You can jump it?
I'm good, Em. But not that good. Flattered, though.
Well, Matt, if you can't jump that, what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
We'll see here that our relationship stat with Emily has actually gone red. That's kind of what we were going for by being very nice to Emily.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
Alright, so Totem and Mystery Man. Alright, so here's our next clue that we're gonna find. I think this is also actually a clue that it gives us.
Barely in working condition before, and now.
Or no, it is not a clue. Whoops.
Hey, look! Fire tower.
Hey, Magellan, maybe we should get the cable car working and take this show on the road, huh?
Very friendly.
Unfollow.
I don't think that was ever, like, trendy or whatever. Like, who says that? Like, unfollow.
There's gotta be something we can do. Look at all this crap. There's gotta be something useful in here, right?
Looks like the key's missing.
Great. No keys, no cable car. So, back to square one.
What about the fire tower on the map you found?
Well, I guess it's an option.
Oh, maybe it has a radio or something. I mean, it would, wouldn't it?
Probably, yeah.
Matt, we gotta get to that radio.
Now, this is an important decision. Because we saw Emily flirting with Matt, we have to disagree. This is actually pretty important for Matt's survival, for what we're personally going to be doing. We'll get to that later on, so that we don't spoil it, but just disagree with her, and that we should go back to Lodge for now.
Split up for so long.
Wait, for real? What is it with you and going back to the lodge? You just want to hide out in your room and cry.
What? No.
Don't be a pussy. We gotta do this, Matt.
Fine. Fine. Whatever you say.
Obviously, Emily didn't like you questioning her, but it will save Matt's life. Oh. Are you going, Matt? Oh my god, he's stuck, I think. Sometimes these characters just get stuck on random stuff.
Oh, hold up.
What's cooking? Good looking?
Getting us out of here, Mr. Meat for Brains.
It's gonna be a quick time event right over here, so pay attention whenever you're at this scene.
Look at this bad boy. Coming with me, buddy. And just like magic, come on down. We can totally get out here this way.
Whew.
You alright?
Yeah, thanks. Maybe, you should go first to protect me. Okay. Okay, easy now.
Okay. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
Almost. Almost.
I'm feeling
That one's so
faint.
sudden that it's very easy to miss.
Whoa.
Just like the high five one.
Holy cannoli, thank God that's over.
Yeah, for real.
Should be a totem right over here. Yep. It's a guidance totem or a yellow totem, so that should be totem number 5 in the yellow tree.
What if it doesn't work?
What?
The radio.
It'll work.
But, okay, if it doesn't, we need a plan.
Maybe we can just climb down.
Climb down what?
The mountain.
Are you serious?
What's the big deal? It's not like it's floating in the sky.
It might as well be a pitch black out.
Hey, hopefully we won't have to.
You think the psychopath is just gonna give up and run away?
No. But maybe we should find a safe spot. Hole up, wait it out. It'll be a lot easier to figure this all out in the morning.
As long as we don't hide in the lodge, that's where he expects us to go.
Alright, so it's going to want us to go towards where Emily's heading towards. We want to say no and actually go this way real quick. It's going to be a squeaky floorboard. If you remember this from the prologue, this was the bridge in which Beth and Hannah were running on. And it's where Hannah's phone, or Beth's phone I mean, fell down.
Whoa, this is Beth's phone.
I thought the police, like, swept the whole area.
Well, it looks like they missed this.
Alrighty, there's also a totem. Right here. And then I have this other thing that shows for clues for the mystery man. So there should be clue 14, but I don't really remember where it was. You know what? I might have missed, like... I might have missed that one, I don't know. Because this is the end of the scene. You just go up here and pick up this danger cliff sign.
Yes, Matt. Given the choice, I'd prefer not to spend my evening plummeting to my death off a snowy cliff top. Matt, what is that?
I don't know.
Well then. Oh my goodness, I've completely forgot that this was a part of this chapter. That's where I must find the freaking last mystery man clue. I thought I messed up because, like, we were at the end of Matt and Emily's scene. What was that?
Hello? Guys? What are you doing out there? Being creepy. Okay. My clothes, really? Whichever one of you did this is off my Christmas list. Seriously, not cool, guys. Not cool at all. Chris? Josh?
Alright, so I can't remember exactly where this one is. I'm hoping that I just sort of come upon it. I kind of remember that that's basically what happens. Ooh.
Chris? Mike? Emily? This is really getting out of hand, okay? It was all very funny, haha. Look at Sam walking around in a towel, but now I just really want this to be over, alright? You had enough?
Alright, so let's see. Man, I'm having a real hard time remembering where this clue was.
Can I have my clothes back now, or am I supposed to hang out in a towel for the rest of the weekend?
Oh, there we go. I'm actually surprised at myself that I remembered that there was something over here. Whew. I was getting a little bit scared there that I would mess up. And there goes the all clues run.
Trying to freak me out, guess what?
Right, so as you can kind of assume, this is going to be a much more dialogue and scene heavy moment happening, so I'm going to turn my mic off now.
The hell are you guys? Wow, this is weird. Hey, guys, come on! Oh, I'm done with this! I really don't appreciate the silent treatment here.
Hello, Samantha. Looking for me? I don't think you'll have much luck by looking, Samantha. You're only going to see what I want you to see. And I have quite a lot to show you.
What's going on?
Open your eyes.
Oh my god.
She's quite beautiful, isn't she?
What are you doing out there?
A beautiful bathing bird. Do you think she has any idea what lies ahead? Do you think these were the last happy moments of this creature's life?
Showing this to me.
Why are you watching?
Josh!
How does it make you feel?
What did you do?
I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 9,
No,
8,
no.
7.
Please, no.
Sam!
Shit.
Sam, why are you hiding? The doctor will see you now.
Are you kidding me? No handle?
Here, little kitty. Here, pussy. Fuck!
Well, that certainly didn't go according to plan, now did it? Such careful, brilliant plotting, and yet in a crucial moment you are foiled by your own inadequacies. I told you that everything you do has consequences. Do you think this mistake won't have repercussions? What you do and what you say causes things to change. Yes, all the good work we did exploring the source of your fear. And you've just gone and used it for ill. Your overwhelming fear of isolation. You have turned it against these people who you so desperately want to torment. Has it been worth it?
Alright, so as I said, I'm going to take a break after Chapter 5. What a chapter. That was a lot of stuff happening, and it looks like we were able to successfully hide from the Psycho. That's what you want to do as well. I actually purposely hid, by the way, and messed it up the first time I hid when we get to the cellar, just because I thought it would be more dramatic, and that's the only place that you can hide that will be like successful for our purposes and still be able to get away from the Psycho because of the baseball bat. I just thought it would be more dramatic, and I like to do that. That's my personal preference. But you want to hide in the elevator so that Sam will later be able to pick up a few clues in later chapters in order for you to get all of the clues. So, yeah, that was a nice second session. I think that we made a lot of progress. Hopefully, we'll still be able to keep our teenagers alive in the coming chapters and make them survive until dawn, of course. So I will see you next time. I might stream later on tonight, and have a nice day and take care.